should be a fun one today. A late season battle between two teams very much in the playoff hunt. Both come in ranked in the top 10. We're in Piscataway, New Jersey, and SHI Stadium, the home of the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the UCLA Bruins, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get right to the action. The Scarlet Knights will kick this away to start us off. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Shotgun now. Here's a handoff inside. Gets the first and still running. He's in the clear. And he finally goes out of bounds after a huge gain on the ground. Nice play.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. The receiver makes the catch. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? On the run, he'll let it go. Wide open downfield. Fights into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA. Well, that is a dream start for the offense. What an opening possession.
You know, sometimes you just want to kind of get settled into a game. These guys didn't really wait at all. They had a script. They knew exactly how to attack the defense, and it works out.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. Back behind the quarterback now in the pistol. The back's got it. Picks up the first, looking for more. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Solid gain, moves the ball to the 43. Early in the season, I think you can sense both these teams realize there's a lot to play for, a lot at stake for their seasons, and they're just kind of settling into this game.
Oh, just look at the atmosphere today. It's almost playoff-like out there. Both these teams understand what a win could do for them, and the intensity is jacked up out on the field.
Looking right, this one caught. And that gain moves the ball across midfield. First down coming up from the 46. The Scarlet Knights getting set on 1st and 10. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quick throw by the quarterback off the RPO. They stop him, but not before he reaches the 35. This offense really threatening now.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle, Kirk, showing some quickness for his size.
Yeah, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up a run game, is that interior penetration. If you're able to break through the middle of that offensive line, then you can create a lot of havoc in the middle.
Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw there. He should have pulled that ball out and tried to make a throw, but instead he hands it off to the poor running back, and it's a tackle for a loss.
Third down play now, trying to keep this impressive drive going. Out of the gun now on third down. Hit just as he throws the ball. Finds his target, and it's complete. Defense will stop him after about a 9-yard gain. It'll bring up fourth down. And the coach elects to send out the field goal unit. And he's got it from 47 yards away, showing off the deep range. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 21. That's good work by the coverage team. And the UCLA offense takes the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? Game moves the ball out past the 25-yard line. Both teams sort of sparring in the early going, what we expect to be a really competitive top 10 showdown here mid-season.
Yeah, mid-season games like this are so exciting because you think you know who these teams are, and after today we'll have a much better idea. The team that plays...
And looking for a big play here. Oh, the pass is picked off. Breaking free at midfield. And that's a solid return after the interception.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
Offense drops that onto the field, hoping to start a drive here. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
The incompletion makes it second and 10 from the 40. Quick throw misses his mark there. Incomplete.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. That's reeled in. It's Thomas. Moves the ball to the 28. It'll be first down.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
Second down play coming up. Quarterback drops back, looking for his big tight end. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. That gain moves the ball to the 17. First down.
That's a great play by this offense to keep the drive alive, and a good find by the quarterback on third down.
The Scarlet Knights pick up enough yardage for a first down.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's the handoff. Brought down at the 3. That was a solid run.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
And the Scarlet Knights come to the line with 1st and goal. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. They connect for 6. No surprise there, Kirk. It's a red zone touchdown to the big tight end.
Well, the tight ends are usually much more involved down in the red zone because of their size and their skill set allows them to be more effective down in this area. Now, they may not hurt you on the big, long throw, but they can use their bodies to provide the quarterback a nice target when the defense is so condensed.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. The pass rush closing in. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
So one play moves the ball to the 42-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Little floater there, but it falls incomplete.
He just has to be protected better than that. He's the guy who can shift the tenure of a game. It's the offensive line's job to ensure he's kept clean.
Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he dumps it off to the tight end.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Fowler. That's a solid gain. Moves the football inside the 40. 1st and 10.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another 1st down for this offense.
And the Bruins starting a new series here on 1st and 10. And the quarterback dropping back. Trying to create here on the move. Catch made in space. Look out. They bring him down at the 5. Solid gain, though, in the completion.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The defense backed up against their own end zone. Bringing pressure. It's caught. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Bruins.
You know, this defense is so caught up in all the wide receivers, they forgot about the running back. He's not just back there running the ball. This guy's involved in the passing game. A nice throw and catch and a touchdown.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. That ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on 1st down.
Well, anytime you defend this kind of offense, you need defensive backs who are really comfortable in defending the ball being thrown downfield. It's not just the short to intermediate throws. It's the deep shots that they're willing to take. I love how he showed patience here before he knocked the ball away.
You bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain. It's UCLA with the lead, Kirk. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment. But here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact. And as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Pre-snap motion from the offense. After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. Makes the catch downfield. Breaks into the clear. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up for the first down.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
The Scarlet Knights looking to punch it in here. It's 1st and goal. Linebackers making some adjustments now. QB keeper all the way. They've got him in the backfield. Nowhere to run. They'll lose a yard on the play.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
So off the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 7. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. He makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Rutgers.
Hey, Chris, the threat of these receivers to the outside really did a nice job of opening up the interior. And the quarterback reads that, sees that he's got the post wide open to the tight end, makes a great throw for that touchdown.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, and a touchback would have been a better idea. And the UCLA offense back out on the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn so far in the early going. Both offenses scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. He lets it go on the move. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down. Snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Running back has it on a screen now. Good job of the defense to fight through the blocks in that screen. He's short of the 1st down mark.
Again, this is a really nice job here by the defense, keeping everything in front of them in that situation. Now they're rewarded with this 3rd and long. We'll see if they do the same thing here, or they're going to sell out and bring the pressure.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Short pass finds the tight end.
Really tight coverage here by this defense. Now, they give up the pass underneath, but do a nice job of rallying to the football to keep him short of that 1st down marker. And now we've got a decision here on 4th down.
And this punt heads toward the sideline. Doesn't travel very far. And the punt goes out of bounds. They'll spot it around the 40. Here comes the Scarlet Knights offense out there. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. And that one's picked off. What a play. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
Okay, so here comes the offense back on the field again. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
There you go, defense. Much better job of affecting the quarterback. This guy's already thrown a couple touchdown passes. That time, no chance at all to get his feet set. Nice job of pressuring him and bringing him down for the sack.
2nd and long for this offense after the sack. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Deep shot toward the end zone. And it's picked off. That was a risky pass attempt, and he paid the price. Tackle made after a short return, but the pick ends that threat. brings the Rutgers offense on the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy.
Timeout, Rutgers.
So it's 1st and 10 inside the 5. How does the coaching staff play this? Do they run the ball to get some breathing room, or will they trust the QB and be more aggressive here? And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, they knew all week that they would have an opportunity to face a lot of man coverage and a lot of blitzing today. And one way that they felt they could counter that, getting the ball out of the quarterback's hands quickly, and especially on the quick slants for big gains.
And he will be stuffed for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's 3rd down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Oh, and it's dropped by a normally very reliable receiver. That's going to bring up 4th down. The Scarlet Knights will send the punt team onto the field. Gets the kick away from his own end zone. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. And the UCLA offense is back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a 1st down.
Hey, it's a 1st down here by this UCLA offense. Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver to be able to get those yards and keep the sticks moving. Good job also just feeling the defense's coverage and making a quick decision to get that ball out.
Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right.
Well, one thing we know for sure, this quarterback has a ton of confidence. Already he's thrown 2 picks. That is tight coverage right here. He still puts it up in the air. Now, this one works out for him, but they haven't throughout this game.
Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss of the point.
Well, this defense is being challenged. They're close to their own goal line, but how about this play? All 11 guys coming together. They stood firm. The result is a short loss for the offense. Nice job.
On the move now. Launching one to the end zone. Oh, and he can't hang on. Wow, would have been a touchdown. Got to shake that off now. It's 3rd down coming up.
But what was the quarterback thinking here? You're inside the 10-yard line. You got a chance to put points up on the board. You can't just...
Touchdown, UCLA. They finish off the scoring drive.
UCLA.
Now the all-important extra point. And the extra point is good. Makes it a 21-17 game. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Got the 1st down and still motoring. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Let's see if the offense can take the lead before the break. 1st down here for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He's got a man down the middle. They drag him down after a big gain. Ball moved all the way to the 38.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone.
This defense has got to be aware of these quick throws to these wide receivers. They're lucky he didn't come up with more yards.
And the Scarlet Knights come to the line to start a fresh set of downs.
Let's go! Let's go!
They'll give it to Graham. They'll try to run inside, but nowhere to go. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
The first real speed bump of this impressive drive. Offense comes up now, 2nd and 11. Second down, we're going to throw it. Looking downfield. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. Still no answer for this offensive machine. They'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT.
And this running back's going to show you he can be a receiver as well. He's just not back there running the football. Nice job of showing that versatility. Pulls it in and gets 6.
UCLA, 21.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. The first play of the drive now from the 25. Looking to throw it on first down. He'll take a deep shot. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. They bring him down, but it's a big gainer to the 47. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. And looking to throw now on first down. Receiver makes the catch. In the clear at the 25. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Well, that's exactly what you love to see here in this 2-minute offense. You come up with a big play, and all of a sudden your mindset gets much more aggressive. You're not thinking just about 3 points. Maybe take some shots, get the ball into the end zone.
What a catch. They bring him down short of the end zone, but this will set up a 1st and goal. The offense will call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half. So 3 plays in, this offense has set up a 1st and goal. Very efficient so far. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Bruins. And they'll set up for the PAT.
Chris, I know the back's going to get a lot of attention for this touchdown, but I was focused on the offensive line. You had 5 guys working as one. Great communication, able to get up to that 2nd level and open things up nicely to allow the back into the end zone.
Bringing it out, it's Thomas. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. So they start the drive here, looking to make something happen in the final seconds before halftime. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looks to the left, pass caught. They get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. He's looking to scramble. And they get him down in what will be the final play of this first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Bruins will kick it away to get us going in the second half. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the Scarlet Knights offense is back on the field. Hoping to click here at the beginning of the third quarter, trying to make up this deficit. Nice grab. It's Thomas. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Anytime a quarterback and a receiver are in sync, you got a chance to make a very successful play. Great job here by the offense.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Stop out at the 39, but good enough for a first down.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
On first down, why not keep it on the ground? Gets into space at the 50. He's brought down, but what a pickup on the ground.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. But when teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
First down, looking for more now. They bring him down to the 13. This offense really threatening now to score. It'll be first down. The offense looks fired up to begin the second half. That's the kind of play they needed to give them a spark.
Absolutely. I know they're down in this game. Clearly something was said at halftime to try to get this offensive line engaged, and it looks like it's working. They're playing with a different kind of energy. Let's see if they can do it again. Oh, man, I really like the route here by this wide receiver. Does a nice job of separating, creates some space there. The quarterback, unfortunately, just puts that ball too far out in front of him.
Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a third and long. There's the handoff. Headed for the end zone. Touchdown, Rutgers, to put them on top now. And now the try here for the extra point.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
UCLA, 28.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. And the Bruins offense back out on the field. Handoff here from the shotgun. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
They look to throw it here on second down. Grab down the middle. It's Lawson. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Chris, how about the accuracy here by this quarterback to pick up the first down? And, man, UCLA has had some great play at quarterback. DTR, who just left recently, going back to Cade McNown, and, of course, Troy Aikman, one of the best to ever play the game.
That's caught. It's Gaines. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down to the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
Powers through.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
Gonna run it. It's Gaines. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Finds that big tight end for a short pass. And they get the conversion there. First down now from the 33.
So much pressure on the defense against the RPO because you're always going to be wrong if it's executed correctly. Here, they were determined to stop the run. The problem is you leave yourself vulnerable to a throw into a flat. Right flat's open, the quarterback makes the right throw, and look at these yards.
They finally tackle him after a huge chunk play, moves the ball to the 12.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
The offense continuing to build momentum. It's 1st and 10. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8. And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Snags a quick throw. Touchdown, UCLA. This quarterback on fire today.
Well, another touchdown pass for this quarterback. Multiple scores on the day. He is in total control of this offense right now, and the defense just doesn't have an answer.
PAT is good, so they lead the shootout now 35-31. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start at the 25. And the Rutgers offense is back out on the field now. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. Swarm for the pass rush, a sack.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all on the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Tries the right with a quick throw. Incomplete, but a late flag comes in. A lot of contact. That penalty would be a coaching point in position meetings this week. I'm sure that player is going to get an earful from the coach. Offense on the move now as that penalty gives them a fresh set of downs. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Rutgers.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. They'll run it from the gun. Breaks free. It'll be enough for a 1st down, brought down at the 43.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
Short throw complete to the tight end. And they bring him down, but not before he reaches the 38. 1st down from there.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, man, puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
The Scarlet Knights line up on 1st and 10 now. From the shotgun, handoff inside. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Not only does the defense stack him up at the point of attack, but he was instantly pushed backwards. The defense was prepared to defend the RPO.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Running out of time in the pocket. The receiver grabs it. They make the stop at the 26, but it's a 1st down. This offense in good scoring position now.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Chris, this one's on the quarterback, in my opinion. He's got to have a better feel and a presence in the pocket to be able to either check it down or get rid of the ball. You just can't take the sack.
And as we take a break, take a quick look at how the national rankings stack up in the chase for those playoff positions. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy. Here they come on third and long, trying to overcome that sack they gave up earlier. Looking to throw it on third and very long. Looks to his left and makes the completion. They bring him down to the 16, but they move the football into the red zone. First down.
Oh, my gosh, what a great play by the offense. And on the other side, how frustrating for this defense. They had everybody covered downfield. The quarterback looks like he's almost giving up on the play, checks it down to the running back. And how about the back, what he does with the ball in his hands after the catch, picks up the first down.
From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. The tight end has got it. Not easy to bring down. The cornerback finally gets the job done. That's the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Third down play here out of the shotgun. He's got it right near the end zone. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a first and goal.
I don't blame the quarterback here. You get to third down with the catch radius that this tight end has, give it to him every single time. Now it's first and goal.
It's first and goal. Can they punch it in and take the lead? Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Well, it is tough to run the football inside this 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
Ball moved back to the 4 for second and goal. And the wideout goes in motion. And the offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Timeout, Rutgers.
Second and goal for the offense. On the run, it's Mitchell. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. Wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
Urgency here. Got to cut into this lead. It's third down and goal. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
So trailing in the final quarter of a close game, they're going to go for it on fourth and goal. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Touchdown, Starling Waits. They jump on top now here in the fourth.
Boy, just a great job here by the offensive line and the running back to be able to get this ball into the end zone late in the game like this, now in the fourth quarter to give them the lead.
And the kick is good. A 3-point game now in the fourth quarter. It's all up to the defense. So So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away.
UCLA, 35.
And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the Bruins offense is back out on the field. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Caught in the backfield. It's Gaines. Jukes to get past a man. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a first down to the 42.
On the screen.
Man, and with that completion right there, this quarterback now has gone over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
One play, and they're already past the 40. First and 10. Trying to find room. It's Gaines. It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
And it's incomplete. The defensive pressure affected his throw that time.
And this quarterback is a stud. I looked at him all week and thought he had a chance to light up the scoreboard. But if the defense can put that kind of pressure on him, that's how you slow him down today.
One of the biggest plays we've had so far. Third down, and the crowd really getting into it. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. On the run here, lets it go. Incomplete for a third straight play.
And I was hoping he'd be able to hold on to that football. That would have been a big play there on third down. Now a big decision coming up here on fourth.
Down one possession in the fourth quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on fourth down. From the gun, he looks for an open man. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. They make the stop after a big gain all the way to the 34.
On the play.
That's why you practice and work on these routes. When you get to a fourth down, you trust the receiver to run not only a good route, but know exactly where he needs to go to be able to get the distance for that first down.
The shotgun handoff here. Has the first down and more. They make the tackle at the 19, but this offense now has a first down in the red zone.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
The Bruins will line up on first and 10. They'll try the option play here. Pitch to the back. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Oh, the defense is ready for that one. They almost got that blown up before it got started.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout as this offense tries to stage a dramatic comeback and win the game late. And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Looking for his big tight end. Touchdown, Bruins! And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Great job here by this quarterback on this read. I thought he might try to get the ball to the receivers. Instead, he sees the matchup that he wants, finds that big tight end, and they get the go-ahead score here late in the game.
You got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away.
42. Rutgers, 38.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. First play of the drive now from the 25. Linebackers trying to confuse this offense now. Off the play fake on first down. Gets rid of it on the move. Grab near the sticks. It's Thomas. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
Well, I'll tell you what, this guy's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. And here we are, late in the game. He needs to continue to play with that consistency. And that's a great example that he's up to it.
They keep him guessing with a run.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on first and 10.
Tight game, final 2 minutes. Can the offense make a play here? They desperately need it. Receiver in motion now. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Catch is made down the middle. They make the stop, but it's a big play to the 31.
Chris, that's just perfect execution here by the offense. Quarterback does a nice job getting back, putting the ball out where the receiver can make a play on it. Nothing you can do as a defender.
Caught behind the line. It's Thomas. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
Well, this quarterback right now is throwing in sync. That's 3 throws on this drive to start things off. 3 completions and a nice gain there.
The shotgun running play call. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
And in first down, they go right back to him. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that one.
Brings up second down.
Here we go, trailing late in the game here. Serious urgency for this offense right now. Looking for a gap. It's Mitchell. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Tight game. Final 2 minutes. Can the offense make a play here? And they desperately need it.
Here we go.
On third down, he drops to throw. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now fourth down.
Fourth down now, and defensively, you know, you're just asking these guys to make one more stop to seal the victory.
Here we are late in a one-score game, and they're going to go for it on fourth down.
Shield. Shield. Let's go. Let's go.
Looking to throw for the first down. He's got it, looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Rutgers. They take the lead in the final minute.
That is just an outstanding job by this quarterback. With the game on the line, he finds the matchup with his go-to receiver, makes a perfect throw here to the receiver, and they score late to take the lead.
And the extra point was up and good.
UCLA 42.
And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. First play of the drive now, the 25. First down, looking to throw the ball. That's reeled in. It's Gaines. They bring him down after a short gain there. They'll have to hurry now. Second down with the clock ticking. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. He makes the grab. And the offense takes a timeout with 15 seconds remaining.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
Here we go, trailing late in the game here. Serious urgency for this offense right now. Looking for a deep completion. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
I love the idea of this quarterback just continuing to give his guy a chance. Already making multiple plays. Why not put it up in the air and give him a chance to get in the end zone one more time?
Tight game. Final 2 minutes. Can the offense make a play here? And they desperately need it. QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. The QB throws his third pick of the day.
Well, that defender deserves the game ball for that game-sealing play. Now all there is to do is run out the clock and walk out of here with a W.
So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. And the quarterback to just takes a knee. Well, when you're a team that comes in, Kirk, with great expectations, big goals at the end, you're going to get tested. They were tested here today by another ranked team. I was impressed how they responded.
Chris, there's no doubt about it. I think the thing that really stood out to me is the way they played for 4 quarters, just dominating football. And this is a team that's had to deal with being kind of the hunted, the team that knows that every single week teams want to bring them down. They took on a very talented team today and just dominated it.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.